Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're talking about how to heal yourself, and I have 5 steps to do it. So before we begin, I actually want to explain what is going on in your body so that you know how to remove it. This might get a little technical and it might get a little nerdy because I kind of nerd out on stuff like this, but just bear with me because this is pretty important for you to understand what you're doing so that you can do a good job and then you can actually benefit from it. When we first learn something, like learning to read, our neurons actually wire together. And the more you do it, the stronger the neurons actually become. There's a saying, the neurons that fire together wire together. And it's true. The more you learn to read and the better you get to reading, that's because those neurons have completely wired together and they become stronger and stronger. So just like in our bodies, when we experience an emotion, the more you experience that emotion, the more the neurons wire together. So let's use this as an example. When we have an experience, something that's happy, we want to experience it more. So our bodies tend to look for that. When we eat chocolate, don't you just love eating chocolate more and more? And it seems like you just tend to want it more and more. That's because the pleasure sensors are just wiring together more and more and tighter and tighter. Now you take an experience that isn't pleasant, something maybe traumatic like a car accident, and the pain and the anxiety and the stress, those get wired together. And every time you get in a car and every time you experience driving down that same road, you experience it more and more and more. And the anxiety can actually get worse and worse, and the stress can get worse. So when we experience emotion, our bodies actually produce chemicals. So if it's happy, it produces certain chemicals. If it feels like it's in danger or anxiety, it produces chemicals. So in order for our body to understand events in our lives, they produce chemicals, which we know as emotions. When we experience emotions long enough, that becomes a mood, and moods turn into temperaments, and temperaments turn into personality traits, and then a personality trait actually turns into our personal reality. That's what we're doing today. We're going to take an event. We can't really control the event, but we can control the moods that you felt, because now those are just being stuck in your body and they're affecting your whole life. And that's really what we're experiencing when we have trouble doing something, or we can't lose weight, or whatever, something you're trying to get over. So let's just jump right into it. Step number 1. The first step is you actually need to make it very specific. So let's use the idea of a car accident. It's one event, it happened, it's very specific. So when you first begin, you need to get into a place where you are pretty comfortable, that maybe if you're sitting on a train or a subway, this is probably not the best place to be watching the video, because it's going to be really hard to concentrate. And even if you need to close your eyes, or you really need to go inward. So just get a comfortable spot where you can really think about this. So you're going to take a specific situation like the car accident, and you're going to really psychoanalyze what it is that you felt. And you're going to think, okay, there was fear, so that brings on anxiety. Maybe you're angry. Maybe you're angry at yourself. Maybe you're angry at the other person. Maybe you feel guilt or shame, embarrassment. You're just really going to bring all that up. Now, you don't want to dwell on this and you don't want to put yourself in a bad mood, but it may bring things up that are really kind of uncomfortable. But that's a good thing, because we're going to quickly remove this. The next step, number 2, is we are going to make something physical to help remove it. And you can use a vortex, you can use a drain, you can use a rocket shooting something up into the sky. But what you're going to do is you're going to take all that you are feeling, and you're going to watch it go down the drain. And you're going to watch it just as if you were draining a bathtub. And you could see like all the dirty soap suds and everything going down. That's what you're going to visualize. And you're going to visualize this going down and down and down until you start to really feel that it is actually going away. The third step is, while you're watching it go away, is you're actually going to thank it and forgive it. And that is important because this has been protecting you. Just like I said, your body was really protecting you, and it thought it was in danger when you were experiencing this car accident, and it didn't want to experience that again. So when you get in the car, it was trying to say, no, this is dangerous. Let's not do this. So your body was really trying to protect you. And so we need to thank that, but say, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm safe. I don't need this anymore. The other thing is forgiveness, and that is important because if you're holding on to anger towards another person that was involved in this, it's really going to be beneficial, and it's going to be extremely important that you forgive that person or you forgive yourself, because that is a way to really hold on to those emotions if you don't let that go. The fourth step is you are going to replace it with something positive. Now, as this is being removed and you're thanking it and you're forgiving it, you also want to replace what you're letting go with positive statements. So you're going to say things that are the opposite of what you're actually feeling. Now, I don't want you to say, I'm not scared anymore, because that's still kind of a negative. Is what you're going to say is you're going to say, I feel safe. And you can say this out loud, or you can actually say it in your head. But you're going to say things like, I feel safe. I trust myself to drive. I trust this other person to drive. I trust that this was helping me. This taught me things I needed to learn. I'm grateful for this experience. You need to make things really positive. And I know that can be really hard when you're feeling so much anxiety, but it's really going to help you let it go, and it's going to solidify the positive and really let go of all the negative that you're holding on to. The last step, number 5, is repeat, repeat, repeat. It's highly unlikely that you're going to remove everything all in a 5-minute session. So it's really important that you do this exercise over and over and over again. And it's okay that you may come back to this accident that you had or this traumatic thing that you had, and it may take you a while, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not working. It just means that sometimes things are really deep, especially if they happened to us when we were little, and it just means it's taking a while to come out. A lot of times things are in layers, and so you think you've removed it, and then it pops up again somewhere else. And that's okay, because it will get better. You'll find that this gets lighter, it gets easier. For me personally, I love to do this in bed when I'm going to sleep. It's a great way to, you're already sitting there thinking, and it's a great way to just relax and unwind from the day and to really let go of everything that you've been holding on to. If this video has been helpful, give it a big thumbs up and click subscribe. I'd also really love to hear in the comments about what you guys would like to heal. So if anxiety is plaguing you, anxiety, or if you have fibromyalgia or something physical and you would really like to learn how to heal that, leave it in the comment, because I would love ideas of what you guys would like to learn to heal. Until next time, bye guys.